All right, one other thing we did over the weekend, I had my buddy come out with his transit so we could mark some elevations because I wanted to know if I was on the right path basically with the grade work that I was doing. So what we did, we set his transit up right here so it was out in the open, nice stable spot, and then went over here on the back side of the pond. That'll essentially be where the drain pipe will come out if I even do one. You know, it's all flat, and mark that as zero foot inclination to say that, you know, if the pond is completely full, it'll spill over at that point. So that's 0. And then we came over here and we started setting grade stakes along, marking them all at 0, and what we get is, you know, perfection, of course, if I dare brag a little bit. These stakes actually are set closer to the water. They're actually at a 1 foot depth. This stake marks the water line, but you can see, I mean, it's hard to get a true level, but you can see that it still continues to slope up from there. So what's really good about this is it tells me that that part of the grade work is done. That is done. I don't have to add to it. I don't have to slope it anymore. It's exactly the way I wanted, in that you'll walk into the water a couple feet and then it'll fall off. So I know now, as far as fill, all I've got to worry about filling is right in here. I don't have to fill any more over here. So what I'm going to be doing this evening is working here, flipping more of this back, bailing all this material back to fill in my old haul road here. Something else that's funny though was we continued our 0 line just to see what we'd find, and that stake sitting right there is where the pond water would actually come to if the pond was completely full, if I don't fill all this in, which of course I'm going to. But it makes sense. I mean, this grass here is basically original grade and you're about a foot below that, so you're way up there is where the water would come to if the pond got full. So I got to make sure and fill all this in, you know, real good with good hard clay, which of course I'm going to. So anyway, it's kind of funny to come out here, you know, mark some elevations and get an idea of, you know, reality. Wow, you know, what would happen if it was all full? Well, this is where it'd be. Water. And I've seen water all the way back up in this road after Memorial Day when we had that big rain. I remember standing about where that stake's at, questioning whether or not water had backed up from the pond and spilled over into the house area, or whether it had filled the house area and spilled over into the pond, because I could tell there was kind of a divide point right there. So anyway, kind of fun to mark some elevations. We'll certainly do it again in the future as necessary. You know, it didn't take but 20 minutes and the kids slept in the truck the whole time, so that was good. But anyway, yeah, gonna be working on, this is all good clay here that I'm gonna be flipping into my little road underneath of me and behind me. This is all, it's pretty hard clay, but it's a little sandy, so I'm gonna bale it back and I'll use it for driveway fill or something like that, versus relying on it to be my main fill. So anyway, marking elevations, but gotta get busy digging now.